Hi everyone, my name's Annalise. This is my classroom environment for toddlers, ages 12 months to 24 months. This is my presentation. So we'll start off with the physical classroom environment for toddlers. The way I would have the room laid out and where the location of the furniture. The first thing I would do is the entry slash parent communication area. So this would be right when you walk in the door, either to your left or right, depending on how the classroom's um, actually set up. So I would have a small area for like cubbies, and hooks for bags and jackets. And then I'd also have a parent bulletin board on the wall, just with important handouts or important information for the week or month. And then a sign-in sheet or a digital sign-in station, so parents can sign in and sign out. And then for the open floor space, that would be like in the center of the room. I would have like soft cushion mats, seatings, pillows, anything comfortable for the kids to sit on, of course, on top of a rug. Um, and I'd also have maybe a few push toys there, just for use when there is free play. And then cozy corner, reading corner. This one is really important to me. This would be located more in like a back corner. I'd want like soft lighting in that area. I would love like child size bean bags, child size couch, pillows, blankets, stuffed animals, just making it a very cozy, comfortable environment. And then also I would have a child size library, with a variety of age appropriate books. And then the eating slash high chair area, that would be where we have all our meals. I would want that one kind of closer to a sink. This area obviously would have toddler sized chairs and a very low table. Um, and I would want a cart with like bibs, napkins, wipes, extra utensils, anything I might need at that moment for each meal, easily accessible. And then we would have a dramatic play area that would be located against the wall. Sensory art station also near the sink. So that would be with, of course, child safe like crayons, markers, papers, sensory bottles and bins, stuff that they can easily access that is safe for them. And then I would have another center that is like blocks, wooden puzzles, nesting cups, sorters, large Legos, stuff like that. Then another music area that would have like maracas or even handmade maracas, like with putting beans in a water bottle or just being creative with that. So homemade and also like store bought. And then also either like a CD player or like a Bluetooth speaker, so that way we can access our music quick and do our dancing activities and whatever we're going to do for that day. And then I want a nap area that would also be in the corner, probably in the back corner. That would just have cots and storage bins for the kids' sheets and blankets. And the cots would have pictures of each child. So when it's time to get the cots, the kids can look at their picture and be like, oh, that's me, and get their cot out. This is a um, visual of what the class would kind of look like, with all the different areas. So I did my best to draft a normal like 8 to 5 or 5:30 daycare schedule. Given I have worked at a daycare in the past, so I'm pretty familiar with like how they run the toddler schedule, infant schedule, stuff like that. So this is just from my memory, and I also tweaked it a little bit. But starting with um, each time is you could see there's either like a 5 or 10 minute gap in between, and those 5 to 10 minutes are dedicated to transitions. So transitioning from breakfast into circle time, transitioning from circle time to getting diapers changed and washing our hands, then transitioning in out into outdoor playtime, and then transitioning into snack time, so and so on. So I like to leave just allotted time for those transitions because sometimes they could take longer than planned and scheduled. So I think it's important to have these transition times included in your schedule. So giving like buffer room for that. This is part two. The schedule continued. I extended it to 5:30 only because some centers close at 6, some close at 5, so it really just kind of depends. There isn't a lot of time for different learning centers, so these would be the kids would be broken into small groups, focusing on different centers that focus on fine motor, language, communication, social and emotional development, and cognitive and gross motor skills. And then after that, they just have free play and while they're waiting to get picked up. My expectations for the centers and playground and the hand washing sink. So we'll start with the centers, including like dramatic play, art and sensory, blocks and buildings, outdoor playground, and like the books and cozy corner. Um, Toys in each area are to be used gently, not to be thrown or misused. It's very important that for me that I feel like children need to learn to clean up after themselves. So making sure that they're cleaning up the area before they move on to something else, that would be something I would expect and enforce. Being gentle with each toy or book, material, whatever it is. And then, like I said again, every toy must be returned back to where it belongs before the child is allowed to move on to a new activity. When it comes to the sink, every child is expected to wait their turn patiently. Of course, patience isn't natural for everyone, so teaching them to be patient is key. Drying their hands with a paper towel and encouraging to throw that away after instead of dropping it on the floor or running around. Just making sure we're washing our hands and throwing away, washing our hands, throwing away. So just kind of instilling that pattern and repetition with them. Expectations for outside. So children are expected to line up before entering and exiting the playground for safety. And then children are expected to take turns when riding toys, playing with toys, etc. And the children are expected to keep their hands and feet to themselves. Only gentle touches with friends and nature, so not picking the grass, throwing sand or rocks, whatever is accessible to them. And the 4 procedures to key times of the day. So my first one would be arrival and drop off time. I think it's important that we're greeting the child and the caregiver or parent with like warm eye contact and smile. And some kids have harder times getting dropped off than others, so making sure we're verbally reassuring them like it's okay, you're safe, you're gonna have a good day, we're gonna have fun, etc. And then making sure we're signing in the child when they arrive. The second procedure is going to be hand washing, so before and after meals and after outdoor play. So that is really big for me. And just maybe announcing like it's time to wash our hands, just getting the kids in the routine of hearing that and actually physically doing that. And it's good. We can help them, we can assist them, but really trying to encourage them to do it on their own. Of course, they're still babies, so they're learning, but this kind of will prepare them for like the twos class, threes, etc. And then my third procedure is transitioning into nap. So that's kind of just giving them a soft warning, like while they're eating lunch, maybe 5 minutes before, just saying, okay, it's gonna be time to lay down soon, like it's time to rest. And then some kids do require like being comforted to fall asleep, so ensuring that we're doing that, and then documenting how long they sleep or when they fall asleep if that's required. Outdoor playtime is my last procedure, so giving a 5-minute warning that it'll be time to go outside. Also, 5-minute warning when it's time to go inside. I think that's providing a warning so that kids are not like, wait, like they're just shocked. Um, Ensuring that they have their shoes on if it's raining or if it's cold out, putting a coat on, and then having the children line up and reminding them of safety rules. So this could be like walking feet or stay behind your friend, just making sure that they are following the procedures. And then once outside, you can encourage them to play and explore. And this whole time, you want to make sure you're monitoring and supervising them at all times. And in case of an emergency, so in case of emergency for fire, um, Of course, with alarm sounds, grabbing your emergency gear, exiting. When there's lockdown, you want to, make sure you lock all the doors, windows, secure the room, gather all the kids, and then once given all clear, you can um, disperse or notify your families. And yes, that is my presentation. Thank you.